All right, here we go. Finally, part 2. I was going to give you time to practice, but we don't have time to do the practice right now. We need to keep going. So just remembering, when you're trying to summarize what we're talking about in part 1, your relative or your local extrema, your y values on the graph of a function when the function changes from increasing to decreasing or vice versa. Okay, that's what your relative or your local extrema is. It's a change in the direction, your turning points, right? Okay, your absolute or global extrema are the highest or lowest y values on the graph. Okay, given that domain. Got it? Yes. Okay. So applying that knowledge, here we have 2 graphs, and we're going to label and identify our relative and global extremas for each of the functions. Okay, because they're graphs and not equations, you should be able to pull all necessary information just from looking at the situation. Okay, so we're going to talk about where our relative max and min are happening. So we're saying where, and where is telling me I'm looking for the what? Where? The x. X marks the spot. Okay, so where is my relative max? At x equals, and why is it there? At x equals 1, and what is the value? At x equals 1, y equals 5. Okay, where is my relative min? At x equals 3, and y equals where? Y equals 1. Do I have an absolute max? Do I have an absolute min? And why do I not have an absolute max or min? Because it goes forever. Do we see that? Yeah. We're okay with that? Moving on to B. Okay. What are my relative max? X equals what? At x equals 2, and we're up, and the y is what there? Y equals 8. Where else? X equals -3, and the y is 0. What about my relative min? There we go. At x equals -2, -1, and the value is -2. My bad. Lo siento. Okay. All right. Is there an absolute max or min here? Yes. Which one do I have? An absolute max. And what is my absolute max? It's at x equals 2, and that y value is what? 8.
But we don't have an absolute minimum.
But we don't, and why do we not have an absolute minimum? Because it keeps going forever. Yes? All right, your turn. C and D. Do them at your tables, talk about it, walk through it. Go. Do I have a global max or min? No. There are no global. They're synonyms. We have no global max or min, or just no global. I wrote an A instead of an E. Extrema. 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 All right. And how do we do on D? What about my max? Where's my max at? At x equals -8/10, not -0.
-0.
And y equals where? 1. What? Where's it?
What?
Where's my min? At x equals -2, and y equals what there? Equals -9. Do I have another one? You saw nothing. You saw nothing.
Oh, yeah, miss.
You see nothing. That's a 0 the entire time. It says 0. Do I have any global? And my global's what? And what is it? A global what? A global minimum. I have an absolute or global minimum at x equals 2, and the value is -9. Yes. The global is just saying this is overall your lowest y value. Okay? Because it goes on forever. So this one doesn't have one because I go on forever to positive infinity on the y and forever to negative infinity on the y. Do we see that? Yeah. All right. Do you feel confident in not being able to identify?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Awesome. Now we're going to move on to the next part.